What's up, Dragon Brood? We had a crazy day of streams yesterday. Played a lot of wild decks, some that will probably show up here on the YouTube channel, some that probably won't, some that were more successful than others, and others that we're probably just not going to talk about. Now, one we are going to talk about, though, is Mono Red Dragons. And this was actually a lot of fun. I mean, you know, obviously we've seen Blue Red Dragons, or Izzet Dragons, or Prismari Dragons, or whatever it is you want to call it now. And it's kind of everywhere, but we're like, okay, what can we do with just mono red, right? There's enough burn spells, there's enough dragons. Is there enough there to actually be a deck? Honestly, there is. And I think that was kind of surprising. And I don't know if it's good or bad because, you know, it requires a lot of rares, so maybe that's hard for people to build versus building the blue-red version. But I don't know, I'm going to leave that up to you. But for now, we're just going to go take a look at what mono red dragons can look like. Okay, so one of the fun parts about this deck is we get to use a bunch of like underutilized cards, which makes it is always exciting when you get to put a bunch of cards you've wanted to play or that you really liked together in one spot. So hopefully this is the same thing for several of y'all out there. But we're going to start with 4 Frostbites. I will say, like, Frostbite's actually okay in most matchups except for the Prismari Dragons match. And that's mostly because you can't really kill anything with it. They don't really play planeswalkers. You have to hope that they block something of yours and then you can just cheaply kind of chop down something. But, you know, it's what we got. So we're going to play with it. Dragonkin Berserker. Because we're playing a lot of dragons, we want this card, obviously. The other fun thing, too, is that sometimes this card will just end the game by itself. You know, if you get 2 triggers of these, sometimes that's enough. And you'd be surprised how often that happens. Playing Dragon's Fire because we're playing at least, 10 or 11 dragons, so we can't not play this. That'd be silly. Then Magda, Brazen Outlaw. I don't know if this deck should be playing 4 of these, but it is for now. And most of the time, I imagine Magda's just going to be Sacrificial Lamb, just running there, you know, just to make the treasure and die, but maybe that's all we needed to do. Magmatic Channeler. This one's one that, like, when we're later in the game and you're fishing to just try to make sure you have another creature or whatever, this is a way to make sure you kind of get to stay active. Now, we do have a fair amount of spells, not a ton. You know, Frostbite, Dragon's Fire, we've got Shatter Skull Smashing. So, like, a few things. So, I don't know if we're ever going to really get this active, but who knows? But at least it's a 1/3 and it's harder to kill. Arnie Broken Brow. This is because, one, it's an instant, or it has haste, not an instant. It's creature instant, haste, right? But it is able to attack and be a very big attacker, right? If we already have one of our dragons with high power, then it's like, okay, this is getting a bonus, so it's attacking for at least 5, and then you can really do some damage. Also, we have Burji, God of Storytelling. I think Burji's fine in here. We're going to find out, but, you know, it's 3/3 for 3. We play our spells, we get extra mana, especially when we have like Leyline Tyrant, we can bank that mana. That's pretty big. But later in the game, if we get long, we can go ahead and just play the Horn. And then the Horn lets us get extra cards we can cast, and so on and so on. So, I don't know. If there's a spot for Burji, it's probably this. Then we have Ingenious, or actually, I always say it's Igneous Inspiration, like the rock. And this is actually cool because it can be a finisher. It can be just more removal. And it lets us get another card into our hand. So we do have a wish board, typical stuff. There's not that many lessons to pick from, but it does give you that versatility if you need it. Then, you know, the 4 Leyline Tyrants we're talking about. Of course, we have Goldspan Dragon, and you can't really not play Goldspan in here. I mean, we have uses for some of that extra mana. It's a haste creature. It flies. Like, I know we're going to get tired of seeing this for the next year in Standard, but the card's just really good. Inferno of the Star Mounts. This is another one that I think, you know, as much as I really like the card, I think a lot of people pass on this. But it is actually quite good. So, when you're able to make all the extra mana we are between, like, Magda and the Goldspan Dragon, and you're able to bank some mana with the Tyrant, you know, you can usually cast this pretty easily. And then we have a couple of Shatter Skull Smashing just to really have some extra creature control. 3 Den of the Bugbear, 16 Snow-Covered Mountains, 3 Faceless Haven. And this is what we're taking into battle. Y'all know the drill. watch through the games, because when you get to the end, we'll come back and talk about what this should be like. Hey, look, we got another subscriber while we're making this video. A couple coming by. Look at this. Well, thank you, people. That's amazing. But anyway, y'all know the drill. Watch the video. We're going to come back, talk about what we would update and change to this list. And then we'll have a card spotlight like we always do. Okay. Yeah, we keep it. I mean, if we're lucky, we get to just walk up the ladder. So we're just going to curve up, hopefully. Not sure if I want Arnie or Burgi, though. That's kind of the one thing. Because, like, if I play Burgi and this lives, then I get to activate that for one less, right? Oh, no, you just can boost twice. That doesn't make it less. Then maybe that doesn't really matter. There's a Galazeth Prismari and a hunt for specimens. Okay. I officially don't know what's going on. And I am not going to try to figure it out. And if the opponent wants to sack a token to kill one of our things, so be it. We get to follow with the dragon next turn. And at that point, if we draw a land, I might just go for the horn. Especially since we can bank the mana with the tyrant. Oh, actually, no, we don't get to bank the mana if we play the horn, though. Alright. That's a dead Arnie Broken Brow. Attack. Play a dragon. Alright. Seems reasonable. So if we attack, we can activate for... Man, we needed this to be a land, because then we would have been able to shoot Galazeth. What's the best we could do here? We could Burgi, attack with both, shoot Galazeth. Yeah, I guess that's what we got to do. And I'm only doing that because I can spend the mana on the Frostbite and then still get extra mana left over from Burgi. All right. Let's see what you got, opponent. We got dragons to fight your dragons. All right, Shadow's Verdict, sure. This deals 3. Doesn't quite get it done. So we're going to do this. And this. All right, show me what you got. And that isn't going to... Well, I don't know if you could find a way to sacrifice that and kill... Well, if you kill the tyrant, you'll take 1. I don't know. There's a lot of ways they're still alive, actually. I could also bounce a dragon. Like, there's a few things here. And they're playing 3 colors, so options are pretty wide. And they have extra colors from the treasure sitting there, so they still have 4 mana. Oh, that's an interesting choice here. I guess this means there's a sweeper or something? Nope, expressive iteration. Definitely not what I expected to see. Okay, Dragonfire. I guess that's how we're going to kill the Leyline Tyrant. Well, the good news is we get to at least deal 1 directly to the opponent. So that puts them to 4. We'll get to attack. Oh. So they don't even have a dragon in hand. Unfortunately, that's not... Oh, that is lethal because we have the Ingenious Inspiration. Alright. Well, that's cute. You don't really need it. Yep. And then we'll just shoot the opponent for 3. Alright. Okay. We're gonna see if these channelers do a little something. Might be in a situation where we're gonna be using channelers to help find the land. We'll see. That won't be this... Oh, actually, maybe it will be this turn. Okay, so like what I do want to do here is let's channeler, see if we can find a land first. I'm going to get rid of probably the other channeler. Wow, only had land on top. That is good to know. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Take out that aspirant now. That puts another spell in our yard. And then we'll just pass. We'll work on playing some dragons of our own next turn. We can hit anything that's up to 4 toughness right now, if necessary. I guess this is a Orzhov cleric deck. I mean, we really haven't seen anything yet. They just played one thing on turn 2, so we'll take a look here. A look-see and see what they're going to do. Oh, that's a choice. All right, let's play that and attack. I mean, that's probably a poison the cup, so this Leyline Tyrant ain't going to live very long. But he at least made a showing. He made an appearance. He did the courteous thing and showed up to work today. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, we just need to get an untapped land, right? So we can play a Goldspan Dragon, and then we'll attack, and then we have this as a backup plan. Yeah, just like that, deck. That's all we needed. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? And this needs 4 things in the yard. Yeah. Okay. So I guess if they play something else to target our Goldspan Dragon, we can then target their Skyclave Apparition, get us a 4/4 token. Rampage of the Valkyries. So if we kill a thing, they get us to sack a thing. How do we feel about that? I sort of feel like we can shoot that. We can sacrifice this. Then I could just use this to kill that next turn. Or any combination. I mean, we could... I'm torn. I think I have to wait and do this on my turn. But I mean, if we're going to kill that anyway, or an attack there is not going to be effective. Well, no, because we're going to end up sacrificing this anyway. Unless we just wanted to sacrifice the token, but the token's bigger. It can fight future angels. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Choose a dragon I control. Yeah, all right. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to resolve that. And then we'll just sacrifice this. That's the game plan there. And then we'll get rid of that. 2, 4, 5, 6. Do we go for mascot exhibition? That'll give us a lot of things to sacrifice. Actually, we could just get this too. And then that lets us just get rid of that, which is kind of nice. Can't do it till next turn, but... Oh, no, actually, we didn't play a land yet this turn, did we? Haha. All right, sure. They get a card, which is unfortunate, but still worth it. Please don't sweep or board, opponent. They probably will, though. And we don't have our Den of the Bugbears or anything. Which we really need some manlands now. Ooh. That is a problem. That is definitely a problem. Alright, well, we're going to do the only thing we can do here. We just need to get lucky. I mean, we have 3 damage spells. Let's see if we find one. It's kind of where we are. I don't know if we will, but we got to hope for the best. Useful Valkyrie. Might be good enough on its own. Definitely good enough with that by its side. Alright, Den of the Bugbear helps. Doesn't quite get us out of the hole. You know, I guess, I was thinking last turn maybe I could have attacked with just the Arnie and the token and force the opponent to block, but like, that's still not great. But we would have got to keep our dragon instead of the Arnie, so maybe it would have mattered. I don't know. Alright. They get their triggers, they get to go get a creature. We're still kind of in the same boat. I mean, we've got removal. Opponent didn't gain any life this turn. We've got damage. We just got to find it. Oh, that's not it. That is definitely not it. Ugh. I guess it's fine in case we find another Shatterskull Pass. Or Shatterskull Smashing, I should say, so we can kill the things. Oh, boy. Okay, now we just need direct damage or it's over. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. Come on in, opponent. The water's fine. We get one card. Question is one card it? Alright, this is it. Wow, that was it. Wow. Woo. I was literally just messing around. I didn't think it was going to be on top. I was ready to just scoop to the opponent. I'm wondering, too, if there's something else we can play other than Magda. She's neat in here. I just don't know if she's the card we need. Yeah, somebody else believes in Magda. Alright, good news is here, we can likely clear the way of whatever is in Magda's direction. And then make some treasure. Which is what we want to use to do it. I think we do this. Actually, I think we just attack. If the opponent wants to trade here, I think we're okay with that. We have another Magda even. Cool. No problem with that at all. Okay. Now the question is, do we just play Magda and that? Actually, yeah, we play both of these because we'll play a land. Then next turn we could attack. Well, depending on what the opponent does here. Yeah, it's fine. If they have a sweeper or something, so be it. Most likely they're just going to put a creature in the way. Oh, a Toski. Well, of all the creatures to put in the way, that is the one we're worried about the least. So now we attack and just make a dragon? I mean, Magda's just sacrificial here. Alright, let's see what they do to our big dragon. This is kind of probably going to decide the game. So we do have two Dragon's Fires, which can eat up something on their side. I mean, of course we got to block. Oh, they had nothing for the dragon. It's game on now. Because now we get to do this even cheaper. Because we already have a dragon. Now the dragons start multiplying. Goldspan dragon, sure. Wait. You're at 11? Yeah, sure. No blocks. You can have your cards. I mean, we have all kinds of damage in hand. Yeah, like... We go first with this hand? Gonna have to mulligan, sadly. If we were on the draw, I'd be more inclined to try on that one. We'll keep this, scrap that. Let's see what we can do. Oh, boy. Alright. Sure. We'll get rid of... let's get rid of this. Mostly because I can kill that. We can do this. Then, if they make us discard, we can get rid of Prismatic Channeler. Next turn, activate this. With the colorless, activate the Arnie. Well, they didn't even do that. So... Have a kill spell, opponent? Sure. A lot of varieties of Dimir Control and Mono Black showing up a lot here. Actually, and a lot of red blue dragons. I feel like that's what I'm seeing a lot the last couple days. Sure. Nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. That just gets a permanent, right? Yeah, so they can even go get land. So we don't have land over there, but they could. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're already beat here. Why would the opponent not attack with Zerasan here? Worried about it's just like shooting it with a frostbite or something? Yeah, okay. I mean, not particularly the choice I would make, but, you know, to each their own. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And see if that resolves. Fortunately, power word kill is really bad against dragons. No attacks. Baleful Mastery. Gosh, dang it. Okay. I'm just going to give it to the opponent there. We are going to keep this. But, man, more blue-red decks. What the hell? Finally got away from those for a little bit. Yep. Yep, Magda dead. Alright. And the problem is, like, Frostbite sucks in this fight. Hold the multiverse, okay. Whew. They bottomed both. So I don't know if those just sucked or if they were looking for land or what the deal is here. Well, it looks like they found land if that's what they were looking for. This is a bit of a conundrum, right? Like, we attack... Actually, not really. We get a free attack here, because if they block, we can just use Frostbite. If they don't, then we just play Leyline Tyrant, I suppose. Alright. Because I can't imagine it's worth just killing that with the Dragon's Fire. I feel like we'll have better targets later. Okay, well, no dragons so far. That's good news. Now, granted, it doesn't mean we're not about to lose our Leyline Tyrant, because that's very likely. This could be also a combination of, like, Dragon's Fire and Frostbite, which would leave us with nothing. Well, speaking of, there's the Dragon's Fire. And the land they needed. They're debating which is worse to get, which I understand, because the Dragonkin Berserker lives. I mean, we do get to start making 5/5s. This tells me they don't have a way to deal with that. Yep. So they don't have a Frostbite in hand. That is exactly what that means. All right. I'm in. Okay. So how many epiphanies is it, opponent? The fact that they're even attacking says there's an epiphany, right? I'm just doing this. It'll minimize the damage we're going to take. If they epiphany here, they get to have 2 blockers, and we don't really mind. Seems okay. Yep. Okay, iteration. Leave my dragons alone, opponents. You were not interested in those. I need to give them the Jedi thing. These are not the dragons you seek. Yeah, we just attack. All right, we'll use a Frostbite on a bird. I'm gonna go ahead and play that, and we'll play that. And the turn. So now if we just draw a worthless card, we can toss it to the Channeler. But Channeler's also worth a point of damage here, so... I mean, but it is on the ground. They could just block with a Faceless Haven. Not cool, not cool. Didn't want to see that. Though they didn't attack with their 1 token. Immerth. Okay. Could be a problem. Could be a problem. Though actually, if they can't even... Oh, they could chump block the Leyline Tyrant, though, still. Oh, that's big. That's a huge pickup. We won't be discarding that to a Channeler. We attack with everything. They could block the gold span, chump the others. Is that good enough? Yeah. It's worth it. I almost attacked with everything and left the Leyline Tyrant back. Because then if the Tyrant died, we could blow up all the treasure. But, you know, is what it is. Opponent wants to keep a bird here. Seems fine. And if we get them low enough, the Bugbear plus the Goblin token will matter. Another Galazeth, though, is going to make that a bit difficult to do. And that only adds to the pile, making the difficulty even higher. All right, so what we're looking for is effectively... Well, if the opponent does that, they're dead, right? Yeah, I don't think you want to do that, opponent. Yeah. So we're looking for something to get rid of that 1/1. That's the plan. That will get rid of a 1/1. Actually, that'll get rid of Earth even. 1, 2, 3 blockers. You take 2. Man, what are the odds that that's a Saw It coming in their hand? If we do this, we only can really blow up Galazeth. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We target Galazeth or the other, so we still have mana open to use the Bugbear. So, let's just kill the biggest thing that makes sense. Okay, so it was a Saw It coming. So now we can attack, attack, attack. They block. They ultimately block safely here and here. Jump block this there. So you block here, block here. Use this to block that. And then you're still just taking 2. I guess the plan is just attack with the Inferno. Because the Inferno is going to take out 2 blockers here. Right? Yeah. Whoa. Really? Okay. I would have sworn they were going to give me the token and the 5/5. That's amazing. No blocks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have enough to make 1 Snowland. The reason that's important to activate 1. The reason that's important is I can block here, spend the mana, deal the damage to the opponent, and then activate an attack. So I think that's what we're going to do. Take action. We'll pay 3. And we can only do it to a single target, so they can block, block, take 1. Actually, that doesn't do it. We can kill the blocker, but then they block the land, take 2, so they're still at 3. All right, we'll just do it anyway. All right, discard that. I mean, sure. It's not what we were looking for here, but it'll have to do. What's that card? It's something... I mean, I guess it could be another counter. No, it's not a counter. They would have countered a creature there, for sure, being at 2. I don't know what... Maybe it's just a land. And they just got pauses because they have creature lands. So now we're going to be put to the test. Do we want to... All right, what is that card in your hand? they didn't try to kill a thing here. They're still letting us attack. Very curious why. Alright. I'm gonna assume they have, like, Prismari command or something here. I'll just be their Huckleberry. Okay, they didn't have it. Wow. Okay, so the game's actually turned out how we expected. We got to come over the top with some big attacks. Our little creatures actually worked. We got to make a lot of dragons off of an activation. I think the only cards here I'm not totally feeling is I think we could cut back some number of Magdas. I'm also not sure, and you probably heard me complain about it in those videos, that I'm not sure if the Magmatic Channeler is what we want. I kind of like the versatility of being able to search and just look for stuff later in the game if we draw a dead card, but I'm not sure that's what we need to be leaning on. So we're probably going to be looking to replace something there. I'm also interested in maybe even replacing one of the snow-covered mountains with another Shatter Skull Smashing, just to give us a little bit of extra help on the way to hitting those later stages of the game so we can play bigger dragons unimpeded. But otherwise, I thought the deck was pretty fun. If you want to change a pace and you like playing dragons, give this one a look. It's actually alright. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Nicol Bolas. But not like the Planeswalkers, like the original Nicol Bolas. Mostly so we can talk about the original Elder Dragons that everybody keeps talking about. Well, you hear the term Elder Dragon Highlander, this is where it comes from. Now, we do have these original 5 Elder Dragons from Legends, and they're actually pretty pricey now. I mean, I think they're over like $100 each, because they're rares from Legends, so you know, they're pricey. But this is what people are talking about. And what's honestly, like, if you think about it, Nicol Bolas probably had the best come up of any character in the history of Magic. Like, you had this thing where he's here nerdy with his glasses or whatever, reading books, and then his ability back then was just, you had to pay 8, by the way, to get a 7/7 for these Elder Dragons. 2 each of different color mana and 2 colorless to get a 7/7 and some abilities. And Nicol Bolas' ability, just your opponent discards their hand. Like, imagine if a 7/7 today was just like opponent discards their hand. We wouldn't even play that. But back in the day, it was a thing. And now he gets kick-ass Planeswalkers. So, you know, he did his time. And he got rewarded for it. So yeah, just something. I think when people hear that, understand that when the format was created, it actually was to do with the original Elder Dragons, to play those as your, well, I guess commanders, as it ended up being the term. And I believe that actually included at the time the like original invasion dragons. So you had several to pick from. But yeah, anyway, that's where the term comes from. It's the original Elder Dragons. So yeah, check them out sometime. You just look them up in Tempest, look up the dragons, or not Tempest, from Legends. I don't know why I said Tempest, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links for tons of other stuff. So if you want to come see us on Facebook or on Twitch when we're streaming, it'd be a good chance to get the deck you want possibly featured on the YouTube channel, or get your deck looked at. Or honestly, if you need some deck help, hit us up in the Discord. We got over 500 members of the Brood. I need to stop recording so late at night. I can't even speak right now. We have over 500 members of the Brood hanging out and really being super helpful and friendly. We have such a great positive community. Come by and be part of it. And finally, if you haven't, you know, I got to ask one last time, please remember to like, subscribe, notify, all that good stuff. Y'all have been doing a hell of a job the last couple weeks, and it's helped the channel out a ton. So please, let's keep it up and help us get there. But that's all I have for you for now. We will see you next time.